So I keep seeing people on Discord complaining about their account getting hacked. And so, really, a lot of them seem to be falling for these Roblox scams or just cheats and end up downloading malware. And since I was bored, I just decided to look for these hackers and see if I can find one of them and if I can potentially get my hands on one of these malwares and reverse them and see what they do. And now, if I literally just search on Google Discord Roblox hacks, as we will be able to see, I get so many results. Servers claiming to offer Roblox cheats and whatnot. And so that got me thinking, why not just join them? And so I did. Feel free to pause here if you like to read the chats, but as you can see here, people are asking for hacks, account recovery, while other users are offering hacks, scripts, and executors. And of course, most of them, if not all of them, are fake and scams, yet people still fall for this. And the issue in this example, the server has thousands of members, meaning that we can expect at least a few people getting hacked every few weeks, or at least a few hundreds of people. Which brings us to our first suspect. Mr. Zach. Now, Mr. Zach over here may look legitimate and trustworthy at first, but the truth is, he's not. He's actually been trying to offer Roblox cheats to users, and he's also been trying to get them to download his software, which, by the way, is not open source, so I'm not sure why he would be sending a GitHub link. On the top of that, his past messages were pretty much just him trying to deceive other users, and based on what I've seen, they might have actually fallen for his scam. And the next few messages was just him spamming his cheat. But it's also worth noting that the link that he sent also drove me to an invalid GitHub page, which leads me to think that he did that on purpose to have people DM him or send him a private message about it, which is exactly what I did. And then from there, since the GitHub link was not loading, I just decided to send him a message directly asking him for the cheat. And from there, he just sent it to me directly without any coming back and forth. And then he just named it wintool.exe, which I guess is interesting enough. And he did not even ask me which cheat I was looking for. Fair enough, I guess. And then from there, he proceeds to tell me that he was using PyInstaller, which just makes my job much easier because now I know what the file he's using, so I can easily reverse it. And then from there, he just sends me the malware again, apparently the new updated version, and then he goes to claim that his malware or his file, his tool is used by hundreds of people and that they are a verified source on GitHub, which, spoilers alert, they're not. And then after that, he just tries to insist on helping me do the setup, and then he also tries calling me, not suspicious at all, okay? And then yeah, from there, he's just kind of going back and forth, and where I just try to brush him off so that I can have enough time to reverse this. So yeah, really now just to take the next step is to pretty much just take this into a virtual machine and then reverse this and see where we're at. And if you're curious, PyInstaller is basically a Python library that allows us to convert normal Python files into Windows executables. And so now that's out of the way, let's hop into the virtual machine. So now that we are in a virtual machine, I downloaded the file. We can see it's 12 megabytes. And the first thing I do is to make sure to run the string command against it to make sure that it is in fact running Python on PyInstaller. The next thing I do now is I'm going to be using this tool I found on GitHub that extracts the contents of a PyInstaller file. It's more of an unpacker rather than a decompiler, so don't mind the script name. Here, essentially, we're extracting the contents of the file. And as we're going to be seeing here in the output folder, we're going to be having a lot of files here. So here, the main files that interest us are the .pyc files. The only step now is to decompile them. And for this, I'm going to be using this website. It's called Bilingual, which allows us to easily decompile those PYC files. So now the file that interests us in this case is the wintool.pyc file. And I'm just going to upload this. And now that it's decompiling, we're going to be able to see the output in this case. It's actually readable Python code, and which is basically the code that the threat actors actually try to hide or don't want you to take a look at. And just from this, a quick glance, we can tell that it's not actually a Roblox cheat. So here I opened the file in VS Code. So I hit the token and the guild ID, we can see that this is the server that the malware is communicating with. So now I did see this type of malware before. So basically what it is it's a Discord bot used as a command and control endpoint. Essentially, the hackers are able to control your computer by using a Discord bot as a middleman between um, the hackers and your computer. So we can see here, let's go to the main part, which is handle command. So this is how it works. Basically, it has different commands right here. So commands such as shut down, basically what this does is it's going to shut down your computer. Other things such as a message command. This seems to be opening up Notepad and send a message. So this is probably something that the hackers use to send a message to the user or troll them, I'm guessing. There's also an open run command. So this seems to basically just execute whatever commands the hackers want to execute on your computer. And then we have a task end command, which shuts down processes on your computer. So this is pretty much, from what it seems, this is mostly a malware that is used to troll people, but it also has dangerous permissions because if we scroll down here, we can see that there is a main class app. So basically what this does is it's a fake window to make the user think that this tool is legitimate and that it's doing something. So as you can see here, it's called Ultimate Windows Tool and DLL Injector. And in reality, this tool is not doing anything. It's just pretending to do something, but in reality, it's basically a malware that is running on your computer. And if we scroll further down here, we can see that the hackers use this trick. They basically say that some tools may require administrator privileges. So this is basically a way to convince the user to run the tool as admin so that they're going to be able to run commands that require admin through this open run command. And so we can see that this is essentially not a cheat. This is obviously a malware. This is also an image of how it looks like when you run it on a Windows machine. So now that we have an overview of how this works, we can conclude that this malware is mostly used for trolling, I guess, but also used for executing commands. So really now what we can do, given that we have a Discord bot token, we can just use a Discord client to log in into it. Now, I found this client that lets me log in as a bot. And the first thing that I'm going to do in this case is I'm going to go into offline mode because I don't want to be seen online. And obviously, in this case, I can see that I am in a server. And now I am going to actually have to blur everything because a lot of the contents here is actually pretty sensitive. But I will make up for it in the end by showing a few relevant screenshots. But really, what's going on here in the end seems that they've hacked a few people, but the operation still seems to be in its beginning, as they seem to still be developing new commands for the malware, and a lot of it is just them memeing and trolling victims. And a lot of the content here is them capturing screenshots of target computers, executing commands remotely, and also uploading additional malware into victim computers, etc. Now, as promised, here are some relevant screenshots that I found that I think is worth showing here. For example, them executing screenshots commands, blocking victim computers, and then making fun of victims or trolling them, etc. Here as well, we can see that Zach and Hitboy are the two main perpetrators in this case. We can see them executing remote commands as well as uploading additional malware in there as well. Now, another interesting thing that I found is this bot right here called Euphoria. It was in the same server as the hackers as well. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because in one of the channels, Hitboy sent a file called euphoriabrowser.exe. So this really just had me wonder if there was any correlation to this bot given the name, or if this was just pure coincidence. So once again, I got onto my keyboard and reversed it, and once again it was the exact same malware, but this time I found a different token. And lo and behold, we are now into the main frame. But anyways, we can see that I am logged in this time into a different bot, and of course, I do set my status to offline once again. But really, aside from this bot seems to have been mostly used as a music Discord bot, but might have been used to test malware before as well. But aside from that, that's pretty much it. But yeah, that was pretty much it for these guys. The malware was mostly used to troll people, have some fun, I guess. But they're still working on it from what it seems. So I guess that they're not done. But yeah, that was pretty much it for these. But as a bonus, I did end up in contact with this other user who seemed to offer Roblox hacks as well. And he sent me a pretty suspicious file called private.exe, which, by the way, ended up being PyInstaller as well once again. for some reasons, these hackers, if we can call them that, really like to use PyInstaller. But FYI, this is probably a hacked account because the interesting part is another account sent me the exact same malware, but this time it had the exact same name as well, which means that essentially this person is using a hacked account to hack other people. And since the reason why I know that is because the account dates back to 2023. Also, this is how the malware looks like after I decompiled it. So once again, it's a Python malware. This one steals your Discord and Roblox credentials and sends them back to Discord webhook. And it also steals your passwords as well. So you can see here a um, function that decrypts your passwords, so your browser passwords, meaning this is one of those malwares that steal your data and sends it back through a Discord webhook. And it also being ended up being one of those open source malware. So I found the actual malware on the GitHub, the open source version, and yeah, so that was pretty much it for this users. But yeah, that was pretty much it for this video. If you'd like more content similar to this, feel free to let me know, and I'll see you guys next time.